I'm McNeil of the Breakfast Club.
Dan Leslie speaking.
Greetings, men and women overseas, from Milwaukee's lakefront.
After 60 years, Milwaukee's first radio station is still first where it counts. In award-winning news and comment with your favorite sports, personalities, and entertainment. Serving you since 1922. Radio 11, WISN.
For contact lenses and fashion eyewear.
You can trust us, you know that we care. The optical department at Sears.
Listen closely. This is one of the big eyeglass sales of the year. Single vision glasses, lenses, and frames only $25. That's the price, $25. Popular flat top bifocals only $40. Only $40 for flat top bifocals. Both in a special selection of stylish frames. Come right over.
Brewers versus the Angels, Saturday at 11:30.
Regularly scheduled programming will not be seen at this time, so we may bring you the following Channel 12 special presentation.
Ball is hit. Left field. Ben Ogleby waiting. He is there, and the Brewers have won the East.
Who's going to win?
Brewers!
What, who?
Brewers!
One more time.
Brewers!
Live from Milwaukee County Stadium, Channel 12 presents a Pennant Tailgate Party with your hosts, Howard and Rosemary.
It hasn't dampened anyone's spirits around here, though, Howard. This is Channel 12 special tailgate party, and of course, we're out here because the Brewers won yesterday, and we'll be out here again tomorrow if they win today.
That's right. We just keep coming back, and we hope to keep coming back because that would mean the Brewers would go to the World Series.
That's right. That's exactly right.
We've got a lot of people out here already, and they've been tailgating this morning in the rain. The stadium is gradually going to fill up, and hopefully there will be a ball game this afternoon. John Milan will be along later with a weather forecast for us.
At the moment, it has stopped raining, but we'll have to wait and see. John will give us that forecast in just a minute. We have a lot of the Channel 12 people out here that we're going to be talking with, and they'll be talking with fans and players, and we have Brewer wives, and right now I think Keith is out in...
Keith Moore is out at his usual spot, so let's check in with Keith and see what's happening.
All right.
Hey, thanks a lot, Howard and Rosemary. The rain has not dampened the spirits of the tailgaters out here in the North Lot, right?
Right.
Are we going to play baseball today?
You bet. You bet.
You think the Brewers have an advantage?
Yes, they do. Oh, over all that hot weather in California, they aren't going to know what to do.
That's right. The California guys aren't used to this stuff. Hey, let's go back to yesterday and look at that sunshine and the blue skies and those good boomer bats brewing with highlights of what happened yesterday. Let's go inside the stadium and Channel 12's Tom Sutton.
Well, thank you very much, Keith. It is an effort in contrast as far as yesterday was concerned. A beautiful autumnal afternoon where the Milwaukee Brewers were 4-3 victors over the California Angels. Right now, kind of a heavy mist coming down, a little bit of a reality. I know the fans are having a good time out there, but I talked to Harry Gill. He, of course, is the groundskeeper. He says everything should be okay, but, of course, the umpires have to make a decision sometime during the course of today. They'll be checking out the field. We've got the tarp down right now, and as I said before, the mist is coming, but supposedly that is going to be clearing a little bit later this afternoon, and we should have some baseball action. Whether we'll be able to continue throughout the course of the day, we'll just have to find out. But they should get this game ready and underway. But I'll tell you one thing. We have a victory under our belt right now, and I think it'd be kind of nice to take a look back at it, as that Brewers victory yesterday helped dispel any threats as far as doubting Thomas's that the Angels would sweep that series. Paul Hartledge has a complete report.
The Brewers jumped out with 3 runs in the 4th. Cecil Cooper lined a 3-2 pitch into the right field corner. Robin Yount was moving with the pitch and raced home from first base to give Don Sutton and the Brewers a 1-0 lead. After Ted Simmons singled, Gorman Thomas knocked in his 3rd run of the series with a sacrifice fly to center. Cooper tagged and scored to put the Brewers ahead 2-0. Some good base running gave Milwaukee a 3rd run. Simmons rounded 2nd and headed to 3rd on Ben Ogleby's single to right. Reggie Jackson's throw was off the mark and Ted was safe. He scored later on Don Money's sacrifice fly to left. One swing of the bat from Paul Molitor made it 5-0 in the 7th, jumping on a 2-2 pitch from reliever Mike Witt and depositing it in the left field bleachers with a runner aboard. It was an important homer because Bob Boone led off the 8th for the Angels with a shot that a fan reached over and nearly plucked right out of left fielder Ben Ogleby's glove. It went for a home run and cut the margin to 5-1. The Angels got 2 more runs. Fred Lynn sliced a ball down the left field line. Benji almost came up with it, but lost it crashing into the wall. It went for a double. Rod Carew came home. It was 5-2. Don Baylor stepped up and then doubled down the line, scoring Lynn to make it even closer at 5-3. But that was the end of the damage in the frame. Bigfoot Peter Ladd came out of the bullpen for Sutton, fanned 2 of the 4 Angels he faced to get the save, preserving the 5-3 Brewer win. Yes, Virginia, the Brewers are making a series of it. Paul Hartledge, Channel 12 Action Sports, reporting.
Well, we know the weather is not going to be the same today as far as the game is concerned, but we can hope that the outcome is Moose Haas is going to be going against Tommy John. Now let's go back to Howard and Rosemary.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. We forgot to mention that Sophie's going to be cooking chicken out here, and the grill is steaming hot, and we're going to have a little barbecued chicken.
We have chicken soup all over. Those chickens are running through the puddles here. So, but we're going to get over to John Milan, and you can blame it all on him, I guess. They used to do that to me. This is our. So here's John.
Cut the booze. Cut the booze.
Well, I think, Howard, the reason I'm out here with you is to prove that weathermen can endure this type of weather also, because we are Brewer fans, right? And we have a few Brewer fans here also braving the weather. And this isn't so bad, is it? Well, it's nasty, but it isn't so bad. I want to go right to the radar because it's the most important thing to look at today. So if we can, we'll go right to the radar back at the station and show you. There are only light showers on the radar scope right now. They're moving northeast at about 30 miles per hour. But as you can see, they extend all the way down into Illinois, and that means we'll have off and on very light showers and light drizzle and sprinkles throughout the rest of the afternoon, but nothing to cancel the ball game. I'd play baseball in this weather. And I want to get back to this map now and I want to bring in Freddie Forecast, who stands there, and he's keeping the rain off me while I talk to you about the weather. Okay, the big problem is this low pressure system around Omaha, Nebraska. It is a big one. It's stalling out, and while it stalls out, this cold front stays here, this warm front stays here. Gulf moisture continues to push up from the south. And what that means is more showers and thunderstorm activity. It looks like right now that if we get the ball game over by 3 o'clock, we should be okay because the light showers will continue up till about then. After about 3 o'clock, it looks like we can get some thunderstorms in here. That's how bad it looks for this afternoon. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope we win by about 2:30. We'll do it that way. All right. Let's be lucky and think positive about the heavy snow. They got 22 inches of snow in the Black Hills overnight. So this low pressure system, I'll tell you what, before we go to the forecast, let's just say, forget that low pressure system. All right, and this satellite, that's no good either. We'll go right to the forecast to tell you what you have to expect for this afternoon. This afternoon we have sprinkles and drizzle, a little fog around the stadium, cloudy, cool, breezy, dismal, and a high of only 58 degrees, and the winds will be very brisk at 10 to 25 miles per hour. Now tonight, it gets much better. It's going to be cloudy, cool, and humid with showers and thunder showers possible with a low of 48 degrees. Again, very windy, southeast wind 7 to 17. And then Sunday, is this better? A shower early, then partly sunny for the ball game, of course, but then cooler because the front comes through and it's very cool, still very humid, and a high of 55 degrees. Now I'm going to get over by Howard and hope that Howard saves me from this wonderful crowd.
Thank you very much, John. Listen, is that hat for sale?
It's for sale. You can have it as soon as I run in a car and go back to work at the office.
Okay.
Oh, you did a nice job.
Nice job under adverse conditions.
I loved your umbrella over there. Is that your umbrella stand, Jerry's?
It looks just like Jerry Taft, doesn't it?
Is that your umbrella stand, she said.
Umbrella straight man. Maybe.
I see, okay.
You did a nice job. You talked about the Black Hills getting how much snow?
22 inches of snow in the Black Hills, but at least it's staying out in the Black Hills, so I don't expect any snow.
We'll take this.
Well, today they're the White Hills then, right?
They certainly are.
Okay.
All right.
We have to go to a little station break here, and we'll be back right after this.
There's a new leader in Milwaukee, Oldsmobile. Based on Milwaukee area registrations, Oldsmobile outsells all other domestic car lines, more than Chevy, Ford, or Buick. And the reason is value. It's just more car for the money from Oldsmobile. Take a look at the leader at your Knights of Olds dealer.
Balistrelli, Dukas, Renner, Kidner, Lakeland, Amato, Gentile, Arrow, and Stark, your Knights of Olds.
Your United Way pledge card is really a kind of get well card. Your get well to Carl and Linda and Cameron. A message that goes to people in over 350 programs supported by the United Way. Clark. The sick, the lonely, the disabled. Fred. They really do get well. Their lives are bettered in so many ways. Chris. And so are the lives of the rest of us. Kathy. Give the United Way and send your get well card.
Well, if you're looking for your favorite cartoon characters this morning, here we are. We are at County Stadium just to set the scene. It has been raining, but it has let up considerably now.
Yes, but do prepare, in case you're coming out here, bring some warm clothes.
That's right. I have my long johns on. I always do that, and I put the liner in the coat, so I'm way ahead of everybody here.
That's
for
right.
a change.
Okay.
And,
well, let's get over to Tom Sutton now, Howard, because I think he's got
right.
something interesting
He really
for us.
does. The guy who saved the game yesterday. So here he is.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to have an interview with Paul Molitor that we did on tape a little bit a while ago. But at this particular point, Mark Brohard came on. And I know, Mark, everybody's kind of doing the same thing. They're just peering underneath to see if there's any blue out there. What do you do in the next couple of hours while the umpires make a decision?
Well, we're just going to have to wait, just stay in the clubhouse, maybe do some stretching or something like that, try to get a little bit loose. And some of the guys are playing some cards right now, and mainly we're just going over, I know the pitchers and the catchers are going over a few things, the opposing hitters. And it's really not a whole lot you can do, but just wait and see what the umpire's decision is going to be.
Let's say that the game would be called. As of right now, it appears they're going to try to get this game in because the weather is supposed to be halfway decent up until about 3 o'clock. Let's say if they don't get it in, who do you think it would benefit more?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to benefit either team, really. We just have to play tomorrow. But I think we're ready to go today or tomorrow, and whatever the decision is going to be, we're just going to have to wait and, see what it's wait and find out.
About the fact that you guys are ready to go. You kind of proved that yesterday with a nice 5-3 victory.
Yeah, there's no doubt about this team. They never give up, and I knew that. I was talking to my wife, and she said, we're down 2 games. I said, but, this team, it doesn't matter, down 2 games or 3 games, we have to win 5 in a row. I know we come out every day and we play hard, and nobody ever drops their head on this ball club, and, we proved that yesterday.
Okay, good enough. Thank you, Mark. Harry? Can I get you back in here just a second? Harry Dalton's going to come in right now, and I just want to ask a question. You're looking at the possibility of a rainout today. What is the word as it goes now?
It's still difficult to tell. The forecast that we have, the latest forecast, is mist and drizzle all day with showers moving in and out. Won't be a pleasant day. There's a breeze coming in off the lake right now. It's going to be cool and it's going to be damp all day long. Our concern is the degree of likelihood of those showers. If we get started and then just have to pull the tarp on and off all day long, there's probably not much sense in getting out and playing. But we're going to have a conference, I guess, within the next hour and see what we decide to do.
Okay, Harry, thank you very much. You heard it from Harry Dalton. Of course, they're going to have a conference in about an hour to find out what is going to happen. So let's go back to Howard and Rosemary right now.
We are back here at County Stadium. We have, on our tailgate here, we have the one, the only Jerry Taft. Hello,
Hi, Jerry.
Bumbershoot stand extraordinaire.
Yeah.
You did a nice job.
Thank you. Try to help out.
Well, thanks for being here today. I know this is adverse conditions, and you're not used to working on Saturday, but...
No, and I must confess I'm not used to going to ball games, but here I am. So.
Well, all right. Are you becoming more of a fan?
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
If not a fan, certainly very enthusiastic about
I think
all
the
this
fever has really gotten everybody right now.
It's pretty hard to ignore. It really is.
You know, a lot of people say that sports doesn't really mean anything in our society, but boy, it sure turns the community on, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this community needs it. I think it's a really good catharsis for us to have something really exciting going on here at a time when Milwaukee usually survives what goes on in the world, but it's been rough this time, and it's kind of neat to have something really good going on showing the world that we
Talking about neat, Jerry, Channel 12 produced quite a nice show last night, and really produced it on the air.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. We started at 5 o'clock with like a half hour, 6 after 5 or something. And again at 6 o'clock, I had a stack of copy like that thick in front of me with nothing written on it. It was all these pages with numbers and nothing else. It was kind of fun.
Well, a lot of people think, because you sit out there and you're cool, calm, and collected that,
it's also organized.
Piece of cake, They don't know that everybody's scurrying in the background.
They say if you can keep your head on all around you are losing theirs, you probably don't understand the situation. We had everybody in the entire department there. I had all the support in the world yesterday. There were 14 people running around telling me what was going to happen next. So it was really kind of easy for me and hectic for them.
We were down at Disney World when you started using your new set, so we got to see it for the first time now when we were back. It's beautiful. I love it.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It
it's
really
really
is.
nice.
It really is nice.
And the weather comes right from the weather office now.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how we can explain that to people too. We're in one room and John is in the next, and he and I get up and walk back and forth. Someday we need to take you on a walking tour of how that works.
I saw you do that, and I even wondered how you did that. So.
I don't know.
Well, Jerry, you going to stay for some barbecue chicken?
You betcha.
Great.
Okay.
Well, you stick around, and we'll be back with more of the special at 12 right after this.
Reaganomics promised us recovery by 1982. Deficits would be reduced and jobs would be restored. How? By helping the rich and letting the benefits trickle down. But Reaganomics isn't working. In Milwaukee alone, 30,000 people have lost their jobs. Federal deficits have tripled. And now Reaganomics calls for cutting Social Security to finance those deficits. In Congress, I will work to reduce deficits, restore jobs, and protect Social Security.
On November 2nd, elect Jim Moody, Democrat, to Congress.
I am Ernie Von Schlate, and we're expanding, adding room for hundreds of cars and extending excellent service till midnight. An abundant selection of 82 and 83 new cars and quality used cars. New Pontiacs, Buicks, Chrysler, Plymouth, 200 new Volkswagens. Find the right car, volume price. Easy in-house financing and leasing. Shop the great warm indoors. Who do you know wants to buy a car? Or a very special deal on a VW pickup?
We're just having more fun.
We're having fun.
And,
it's not so bad at all.
People are going to think we're crazy to be here, but we got a lot of crazies with us, too.
Well, we certainly do. We have some very nice ladies that we'd like to introduce to you right now, and I think we'll start with Linda Molitor over here with the darling hat on.
Yes, hello,
And
Linda.
then we have Danielle
see you.
Fingers and Jody McClure with another beautiful hat.
So-
And you gals are all ready for the weather, it looks like.
Let's have a nice round of applause for these
Let's
young
give
ladies.
these pretty ladies a good hand. Now, I've got to find out, of course, you've got a very exciting game coming up. What if it keeps raining? Are they going to play this game out?
I think so.
Can we hear you? We can't hear you,
I
Linda.
guess you got to put the mic up there.
I think they're going to. They have to get it in. They're going to try really hard to get it in.
Well, these playoff games, in St. Louis, they've had a similar problem.
Yeah.
I think they've had 2 washed out there already.
Right.
So they got to get them ready because the World Series has to begin before it snows.
That's right.
Yeah.
Danielle, how do you feel now that Raleigh isn't pitching?
Well, I guess if he has to pitch, he can, but I don't know. The guys are doing a good job without him, so that's all that matters.
Did he have anything to say at home about Ladd coming in?
Oh, no, he said he'd just much rather see him go in, and because he's really throwing hard and good, so
Well,
might as well just use him.
Ladd looked like Raleigh out there yesterday.
Yeah,
He
he
was
really
great.
did. Yeah, that was an exciting game. And of course, Linda, Paul's been doing some great things too. What do you say about that?
We're gonna have to
He's doing great.
keep those mics up there, ladies, so everybody can hear you. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Jody,
Hi.
how do you feel today?
I feel great.
Do
It's
you?
a little cold, but at least the Angels aren't used to this kind of weather,
That's
and we
right.
are, so.
Maybe this will psych
That's
them out
right.
or something here.
Let's see him come out here and play in some Wisconsin weather.
You've got a great outfit on there.
That is
Can you
cute.
tell us about that?
Well, it's just kind of like a big blanket. I thought it would protect me from the...
What kind of tails are
They get to
those?
tease me a little bit about this. Foxtail.
Is there foxtails?
You know what, though? They're teasing me about it, but they're going to be wrapping up with me in about halfway through
That's
the
true.
game.
Now, Linda, tell us about your outfit.
What? Let's see. I've got on green corduroys and a sweater.
Now, I love the hat. Is that
you have to
Paul's?
wear a hat. No, it's mine.
Oh, it's
That's yours?
beautiful. It's
thank
lovely.
you. Looks
You
like
know,
Paul's hat.
You're kind of wearing a key there too. Is that a key?
Yeah, that's my key.
We don't-
Milwaukee with Paul's number on it.
Oh, that's nice. You know, Rosemary wore a key yesterday,
I
and they
got it.
won, so she
Oh,
slept
good.
with it last night.
Oh, good. This is the key to the Brewers' success.
That's great.
She ordinarily isn't superstitious, but
I'm not superstitious, and
We
it's
all
terrible
are.
to sleep with, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I bet.
I wish mine was the size of yours, Linda. Do you have any good luck charms, Danielle?
This right here. That's my good luck charm.
oh, that's Raleigh's number,
Raleigh's number.
34.
And I wore the same underclothes as I did yesterday.
Oh, you did?
All right, Jody, how about you?
I just hold on to my cross and pray a lot.
Oh, I know it. Well, that was a nail biter yesterday.
We got to see you ladies too on some of the games of the final games of the season. They had shots of you on the network, and are you aware that they're going to take your picture when they do it?
When we were in Boston and Baltimore, I had no idea. Everyone told me that I was on. Here you know, and in California you knew because the cameraman's right there.
Yeah, it comes up with a portable camera.
Right.
or
He
something.
doesn't put the red light on though, so it's not real obvious.
Oh,
but
he doesn't?
No,
Oh.
but he's right there in front of you, and you know.
They only use a portion of it though, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you very much. I
thanks.
know that this is
Pull for the Brewers.
a ridiculous situation getting you out in this cold, rainy day, but thanks a million.
Everybody root Go Brewers today.
Go
We
Brewers,
need all the
Brewers.
support we can
Right,
get.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you, ladies. This
There,
show
thank
is very
you very
loose,
much.
as you can see,
Yes.
folks.
Braver than us though.
We're back here, folks. We're going to go to Tom Sutton right now.
I mean, did they want to get out of here in a hurry?
What do we do to these people, huh? Let's go to Tom.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Howard. As I take a look out and try to get on kind of an optimistic note right now, there is at least less mist coming down at this particular point. But as I said before, Harry Dalton and the staff are going to get together, and that decision will be made in about an hour. But let's forget about some of the gray skies right now. Go back in time about 24 hours if we can, and remember that Paul Molitor hit a two-run homer that was oh so important in the eventual outcome of the Milwaukee Brewers' 5-3 victory over the California Angels. Afterwards, I talked to the Brewer third baseman in the locker room.
Well, I really didn't feel that I would because Don was pitching so well. I thought it was important from the fact that I thought it might take a little sting out of California, but that proved not to be right because they came right back with 3 runs. But you know, to add on to our lead at that point and give Don a couple more runs to work with, I knew it was a big home run, but again, I didn't think we were going to need it in the final score.
What did you hit?
I hit a slider that was hanging over the middle of the plate. I think he tried to get the ball away from me. I was just looking to put the ball in play and trying to drive in that run somehow, and fortunately enough, I got it up in the air and the ball took off for me.
There was a great amount of confidence in the locker room before you guys went out in the field. Was that just a situation just inside of yourself, or because of the fact that you were going against maybe Zahn?
Well, I think, I'm not sure if it was really because we were facing Zahn or from inside us. I think 2 factors were that we were finally home and had a chance of playing some people behind us, and secondly, we had Don Sutton on the mound, who has been pitching so well for us, and we really felt confident that he was going to give us every opportunity to win the game today, and that's exactly what Don did for us, and definitely a lift for us and puts us right back into the series.
It's a switch as far as what you were going into as far as Baltimore is concerned. California is what you were. You are what Baltimore was. How does that work emotionally?
Well, in that respect, we have a little bit of an idea what they're feeling in the other clubhouse. They have to be optimistic that they have a chance to win 1 out of 2 ball games. But on the other hand, it starts working on you a little bit that, you know, how far are we going to take this thing before we win it? And in that respect, I think it's a little advantage in our point in our court because we can go out there tomorrow, hopefully back them up against the wall one more time and make them come out for the last game on Sunday.
It was tough on the Brewers playing the Orioles, especially with the Oriole fans. It's got to be tough on the Angels going up against some of the Brewer fans out there today.
Well, I think it's tough for them, but you know that California has such a experienced ball club. So many of their players have been in postseason play and been involved in things like this before that I'm sure that they're trying to put that out of their mind as much as possible, but sometimes it's not that easy to do. It's easier said than done.
Okay.
Well, John Milan evidently got a ride back to a nice warm place because he has given me his hat to wear.
And it looks
Does
very
it look
nice
all right?
on you, yes.
Okay.
All right, Keith Moore is stationed somewhere out there in the Carland, so let's get over. He's got a guest for us.
Thank you, Rosemary. A couple of guests, as a matter of fact. We've got Ken Sanders, premier relief pitcher for the Brewers back a couple of years ago, and Ray Poitevent, who is the director of player procurement with the Milwaukee Brewers and is the first lieutenant in Dalton's gang. I just promoted you there. Ken, you were the premier relief pitcher for the Brewers back in the 70s. After watching Pete Ladd yesterday, what kind of future do you think this guy has?
I'm really impressed with Pete Ladd. I think that he throws the ball over 90 miles an hour, and there aren't too many pitchers in baseball who can do that, and it's very important for a relief pitcher. And he threw some good breaking balls yesterday, which he hasn't had prior that consistent to yesterday's performance. He's got a lot of fortitude. I think he's going to be one of the top relief pitchers in the game very soon.
Okay, and if you're watching this right now in a bar or tavern, here's a good bet that you can maybe win a beer on. Who leads the Brewers' all-time leader in saves? And no, it's not Raleigh Fingers, although maybe he'd have done it this year. Huh?
Well, Raleigh had 29 saves, I believe it was the first week of September, and of course my record of 31 still stands for a season. And I assume that Raleigh will break that next year because he's throwing now, and hopefully he will. He's been a great relief pitcher. He's probably the best in baseball, so he might as well be the one to break it.
And you still live in Milwaukee and make your home here now, right?
Yes, Milwaukee, not only because the Brewers were out here today, but Milwaukee's very close to me and my family. I've planted my roots here since I came to the Brewers in the early 70s, so it's very important. One of the players works for me in the off-season, so I still have a lot of rapport with the team today.
Okay, great. Put a uniform on. We may need you today. Ray Poitevent, First Lieutenant in Dalton's gang. You are in charge of checking out what players are doing and the other teams. And I think you were involved in the acquisition in getting Don Sutton. At least you were assigned by Harry to go out and check him out, right?
Well, Keith, the department I'm in charge of is scouting and player procurement. The player procurement part is the trades and acquisition of players that are professional at the present time. The scouting part is national free agents, and that covers the United States plus all your foreign countries. But as far as Don Sutton, Harry did have me check him out completely. We have some of our other scouts that do pro coverage check him out, and of course I've known him for a long time, and we did recommend to Harry that we try to get him as soon as possible.
And after yesterday's game, that had to make you feel pretty good.
Well, I could have predicted that. I don't want to feel overconfident, but Don Sutton's always been a winner and always been a stopper. I think he's got a good future with us, at least for the next couple of years.
Okay, Ray Poitevent, who is the Director of Player Procurement. Is there one player in the minors right now who is going to maybe help us out next year that you can name?
Well, it'd be a long shot, but Scott Roberts, our right-handed pitcher that was at Stockton this year, that's a Class A club, but he could have pitched at AAA. But we wanted to get him a full year in at Stockton and that type of ballpark and so forth. But he's a potential 20-game winner, and it wouldn't surprise me that he comes in a big league camp next year and someone said, well, let's try him in the big leagues.
Have we got people right now scouting the Braves and the Cardinals?
We sure do. Dee Fondy and Nelson Burbrick are in St. Louis right now fighting the rain.
Yeah, well, we're fighting the rain here, too. Have you played in weather like this, Ken? I imagine you have.
Well, you know, we always have experienced some type of inclement weather, of course, in the spring, open the season in April, but especially today with the excitement, the fan turnout, like yesterday, we had to stand through most of the game because of the excitement of the fans, so that really warms up the players in a hurry. Once you get on the field, the weather is a sideline, really.
So much was said yesterday about the lighting at County Stadium, this whole twilight, sunlight into shadow business, and that's why they said Sutton's sliders were so effective. Was that really that much of a factor yesterday, do you think?
Well, it is a factor, and I guess when you say how much, you know, a good hitter, or majority of the hitters, pick up the spin on the ball to determine whether it's going to be a fastball or a breaking ball, and it makes it a little bit different coming from sunlight to shade or vice versa. But again, we saw at that particular time Paul Molitor hit a ball very hard out of the ballpark, so it does affect, but not in all cases.
Okay, great. Ken Sanders and Ray Poitevent, a couple of folks who are joining us at our tailgate party. We're going to go touch bases with some of the other tailgaters here while we send you back to Howard and Rosemary.
All right, we are back.
What's coming
Thank
up
you
next?
very much. Well, we've got lots of things coming up, and I'll tell you all when we come back.
Hello, Milwaukee, take 7. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
Makes no difference where I go. You're the best hometown I know. Hello, Milwaukee. Hello, Milwaukee. Channel 12 loves you.
Wisconsin workers are hard workers, but they need a chance to work. You employers can help Wisconsin workers by letting Job Service put you together in the right combination. So, call Job Service with your openings. They're working to keep Wisconsin working.
Well, okay, I'm over at the food table, one of my favorite spots, and Sophie K is here. She's going to prepare chicken, and tell me now, this is not the San Diego chicken.
No, this is Pennant chicken.
This is Pennant chicken?
Everybody's been naming the recipes for these series here.
Yeah, if we get into the World Series, I understand you're going to do series steaks.
That's what the boys said, series steaks. But we've got Pennant chicken today, and it's really good, Howard.
All right, now, it's not easy to cook in the rain.
No, I found that out. It's not like at home where you could go put it under your in your garage or under a little protection. We're right out in the air here. Howard, I have the chicken cooking, and what I did was I basted it with a little oil so it wouldn't stick.
Okay.
And here's the chicken. It's
You
almost
said you basted
finished.
it with oil and a wooden stick?
So it wouldn't
Oh,
stick.
so it wouldn't stick. I see.
All right, so I've got the chicken ready, and what we're going to do is during the last 10 minutes is put this beautiful glaze on it. And I was thinking of Hawaii and San Diego, and I came up with pineapple.
You were thinking of that. I wonder why she was thinking about that.
Well, I'm hoping we're going to win today. All right, Howard, how about crushed pineapple?
All right.
A
How
9-ounce
about it?
can of crushed pineapple, 2 chickens, right?
chickens.
Little salt and pepper, and just brush them with a little oil so they don't stick. Then a cup of brown sugar.
All right.
This is really very tasty. Cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to take out the sweetness, and how about some brown mustard?
Sounds good to me, Sophie.
Right, what you want to do is baste any outdoor cooking that you do, whether it's steaks or chicken. Of course, you should keep turning them, but baste during the last 20 minutes.
What does basting really do?
Basting, actually, it doesn't seal in the juices, but what basting does is keep the chicken or meat moist and juicy.
And also makes it look good. Huh?
Makes it look good. And when you do a basting the last 10 or 20 minutes, why, it gives the flavor of the flavor to the food you're eating. You know, many times people say, well, I cut into the meat and it doesn't taste like the sauce that's over it.
I've heard people say that.
Well, that's true, because any seasoning that you put on a steak or chicken only penetrates 1/8 of an inch.
Really?
That was a joke. I missed it, Howard.
It's okay, Sophie.
Are you ready for basting?
On with the show, yes.
All right, let's baste.
Can you put that
that's
there?
heavy.
Here, I take that.
Good.
All right.
What we're going to do is baste just before serving. I don't know if they can get a shot of this. Can you see this?
Oh, say, can you see?
Brush both sides of the chicken just before serving. You know, our coals, the boys wanted to get the coals real hot, and we got them a little too hot, Howard.
Really?
Yeah, so some of the chicken is brown, but...
well, this should have really been done kind of in the indirect method, I think.
Yes, it should have.
And the chicken was right over the hot coals.
It was raining, and it was so cold that we just tried to get it brown.
Right.
When you put the glaze on, you turn the other side, glaze the other side also.
Sure.
And then keep basting and glazing for 20 minutes just before serving. How does
Basting
that
and glazing.
sound?
I love it. It sounds like a new song, Basting and Glazing.
And this goes well with chicken or duckling if you want to do duckling on the outdoor grill.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'll pick up...
But don't you have to kind of defat a duckling? Aren't they kind of fat?
Mm-hmm. Score it with, well, we'll get into that another time, but score it with a fork so all the fat will run off. Howard, I've got an onion bread that I think you're going to like.
Well, I watched you getting it ready before, Sophie, and
Doesn't that look good?
This is a French bread.
It looks, yeah, it's just a French
cut
bread.
open.
Oh, there goes the... Thank you.
And what did you do? No, what'd you do
here,
inside?
I'll show you what I did, but this is what it... Oh.
Wow.
Doesn't that look good? Put the cover on.
Put that cover on. Now, what is that anyway? Now.
You take a French bread,
Okay.
cut it in half,
Okay.
and butter it.
Butter it, all
Use
right.
a stick of butter and put it on both sides of the bread.
All right.
Then take some Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Sprinkle both sides of the bread with Parmesan
Sprinkle
cheese.
both sides.
Now here's the part that I like. You know, everybody likes onions, but
Ah.
baked on a grill with bread, they are delicious, and it makes a nice little touch.
It's just cheese and onions.
No, I've got some more ingredients.
Oh.
In with the cheese, I had a little bit of garlic.
Oh.
All right.
I thought I could sense that.
Did you? Onions, and how about some, for color, a little the parsley's gonna blow away. There, parsley.
That looks terrific, Sophie, I think.
We're losing our crops. Put the cover on.
Put that cover on.
I I don't give it the drugstore fold
You don't?
when I do this. No, because I like to have something to hold on to on the grill. Just twist it like this, and this way you pick it up. This goes 20 minutes, so when you're ready to baste the chicken, put the bread on. Right.
Okay.
We were going to have bananas, too, but there just wasn't enough time, Howard.
Okay. Well, I don't think we have much time left here, Sophie.
Pennant
so,
chicken. I hope we
Pennant
win
chicken.
today.
Yes, Sophie, thanks for being here. Let's hear it for Sophie K, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And we'll be back right after this.
Do you know what this is? It's a transmission. Even if you do know what it is, just looking at it won't tell you if it's working, if it needs adjustment, or about to cause trouble and costly repair bills.
At Accurate Transmission, we're offering our special preventive maintenance package for only $10 that could save you hundreds later. Call the Accurate Transmission Service Center nearest you. Accurate Transmission, 4 locations.
With Accurate, A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E.
You take on different challenges every single day. We know you like to do things in a special way. You're working hard, you're growing. We've been growing too. We never forget how we got so strong, working just for you. You get more bang for your money at First Wisconsin. You get more bang for your money at First Wisconsin.
Where people are first.
We are back.
Yes.
What'd you think of the chicken?
I think it looks delicious.
Yeah, under these trying conditions here.
Right. Now she's going to make series steaks next week.
That's right.
All right. We'll look forward to that. Well, we have two good friends of Channel 12, Dan Lewis and his wife Patty with us. How are you doing?
So far, so good. You know, I think if the weather stays like this, it won't be too bad. As long as the rain doesn't pick up anymore, everything will be
That's
okay.
true. It really isn't that uncomfortable
Well,
as long as it's not
You
raining.
know whose show it is. You can see who's under the protection here.
Yeah, but Dan, look at the hairdo. Now tell me, anybody coming out here, forget your hairdos today. This is ridiculous.
Well, I saw you interviewing fans last night.
They were very enthusiastic, if you saw the tape I'm thinking of, where they pretty much mobbed me and all jumped in front of the camera. But it was a great game yesterday, and of course we're looking for 2 more similar situations like that after the game today and tomorrow, and look forward to a World Series.
Boy,
It'd be
I hope
great.
so.
That's right.
We're so close now, we can almost taste it.
Patty, all you've been saying is,
I know. I came out here expecting nice sunny weather.
I
I'm ready to
know
win
it.
in sun.
But you're dressed for the weather.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweater. Did you do that yourself?
No, I'm not that talented.
No?
I only bake cakes.
I remember the cakes, yeah.
That's right. A beautiful cake that
You
we
got,
saw.
you got a lot of response on that, too.
Yeah, I get a lot. I still get people asking me all the time, did you bake that thing? Oh, yes, every bit of it.
Just a little lie,
Little
right?
fib, right?
Small fib.
Well, Dan, what are you going to be doing out here today other than being on our show here?
Well, we are going to get a chance to sit down and watch part of the ball game, fortunately, and then after the game, after the Brewer victory, we will come out again and talk to some of the fans and take part in, as I'm sure you've mentioned, the expanded program we'll have right after the ABC broadcast of the game today. Fans, players, and we'll capture all the excitement once again of a Brewer victory, so we'll have fun after the game, too.
Well, there is a lot of fever going around, I'll tell you.
It's amazing, you know, that people will come out here. These are the faithful, as Mickey Hooten has been calling them all morning. The
That's
people
right.
that are out here, and it is drizzly and windy and cold, but they're all here watching and I think having fun.
Okay, we thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Good luck inside, all
Yeah,
right?
thanks.
Okay, Tom Sutton's going to have another interview right now, so let's get to Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Rosemary. What we're going to do right now is, again, try to go back in the past if we can. And remember the big man that came in out of the bullpen and shut the door on the California Angels. Now, he's done that twice. Out in California, of course, the Angels were ahead at that particular point, and they had already had the victory, but he had gone on and struck out 3. Actually struck out the side, which is an American League Championship Series record. So what we're going to do right now is go into the locker room as we did yesterday and talk to Peter Ladd.
I wanted the ball because Harvey got me up the inning before, and I was getting ready. And then Don got out of it. I figured, okay, he's going to go the rest of the way. Then we got in a little more trouble, and I wanted the ball again. and because I felt overconfident that I was going to get the job done.
That had to do with the performance that you had out in California also, didn't it?
The one in California got my feet wet, and I think preparation for this game. If this had been my first game of the series, I probably would have been a little more nervous, and I don't know how I would have done. But I'll tell you, these two games are very big, especially this one.
Did you block out the fact of the potential power that you were pitching against in California's lineup?
I can't worry about that, because if I do, then I'm letting down, and I'm letting the team down. I just got to go in there and throw strikes and get people out.
You know, Pete, I remember talking to you a couple of times when you had some bad experience. You grooved one that eventually went out in Detroit, and I know how bad you felt. It's got to be the total reverse right now.
Definitely, because those games are in the past right now. Right now, today's game is in the past, and I got to think about tomorrow. But I can live better on the good points than the bad ones. And, you know, the one in Detroit still comes into my mind once in a while. I wish I'd thrown another pitch or a different spot or something. But I can't live on that, just like I can't live on today's game. I got to think of the future.
You also said something for future reference against the California Angels. You went in, out in California, you struck out the side. That's an American League Championship record that has not been done in the championship series before. You came in and slammed the door in their face again. If it gets tight, you've got that lead. When you come in, mentally, they're thinking now that this is the man that shut us down. That's got to be a point in your favor.
Oh, definitely. And I hope they continue thinking that, because that's what I'm thinking too. And I know I can get the people out and help the team to win. And that's what I'm being paid for.
Well, you know, Howard, that Peter is quite a lad, isn't he?
He really is. He was sensational yesterday.
Oh!
Look, I'll do the funny stuff, all right?
All right.
We are going to get out to Keith. He's out in the parking lot somewhere, so come on in, Keith.
Howard, thank you very much. This is what it looks like. Baseball in October means beautiful sunshiny days one day and drizzly, rainy, cold days the next, but it's not stopping folks from tailgating out here. As you can see, umbrellas are set up. People are eating out of the back seats of their cars and inside their cars and on top of their cars and everything else. And we found ourselves a nice, quiet, subdued tailgate party.
Oh, come on.
These guys aren't subdued. Are we going to win, huh?
Of course we're going to win.
You guys all went to the game yesterday, and one lady over here. It was some game yesterday, huh?
Yes, indeed it was. I guess we showed California what this thing is all about.
Did you go and celebrate somewhere last night and go out and... Where did you?
All night long. We were over at his house and then 2 or 3 bars after that.
Outstanding. Are you? Is there going to be a game today? What do you think?
Sure.
We're counting on it. You know, we're here.
What I was thinking before is that maybe this is going to be a good omen for the Brewers, because these California guys can't be used to this kind of lousy weather.
Exactly. Only the Brewers can play in this weather. No chance that they're going to beat us.
Okay. This is almost like a Packer feeling, isn't it? That's right. It feels like the Packers are playing the Eagles at County Stadium. Let's take a look and see what's inside their Weber here.
We're all set.
They're all set.
They're ready.
There's no way you can see that, folks,
Gene
but there's Gene Autry's horse has been made into bratwursts here. No, come on, guys. Are you ready to do a little singing?
Sure.
Take me out to the ball game. Are you ready?
Right. Take me out to the ball game.
This is it, folks.
Take me out to the park.
Mitch Miller, eat your heart out.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root for the Brewers. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right. We're going to do it today. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. They're going to have us for lunch, so while we have the real gourmet lunch out here, we'll send you back to whatever they're having at the Channel 12 stage. So let's go back to Howard and Rosemary.
Believe it or not, Howard, those were real voices.
I know, and he called this a stage.
All right.
We ought to be on one.
Leaving town, I know.
Be under it.
Okay. Well, when we come back, we're going to have a report from Roger Sim, so stay with us.
There's a new leader in Milwaukee, Oldsmobile. Based on Milwaukee area registrations, Oldsmobile outsells all other domestic car lines, more than Chevy, Ford, or Buick. And the reason is value. is just more car for the money from Oldsmobile. Take a look at the leader at your Knights of Olds dealer.
Balistreri, Dukas, Renner, Kidner, Lakeland, Amato, Gentile, Arrow, and Stark, your Knights of Olds.
Zenith reaches a new dimension in beta video recorders. Exceptional Zenith picture quality, front-loading convenience. Yet this Zenith VCR is less than 3.5 inches high. It's part of a new generation of beta VCRs from Zenith, including this lightweight portable and camera with automatic focus. You can play back by wireless remote control. See the new generation of beta VCRs from Zenith, where the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Well, you know, it's been a long road for the Brewers since the season began in April. Actually, 165 full games, and another suspended after 9 innings because of rain.
Well, Roger Sim of our staff is going to take us back along the track of the Brew Crew's try for the pennant this year.
April 6th, opening day. At least it was scheduled as such for the Brewers. But while they may have been thinking fastball, Old Man Winter was shutting them out with snowballs. It was definitely no time for baseball. With 2 postponed games behind them, the Brewers flew to the warmer climes of Toronto, where they sizzled. We didn't know it then, but the 15 runs they scored in the opener were to be a season high, and as it turned out, there were still some chilly days ahead. As the weeks went by, the Brewers ship rocked to and fro. But on May the 11th, it was all but swamped by the Royals in Kansas City as they scuttled the Brewers 17-3. 2 nights later, it was bailing time again in Chicago as the White Sox kept the Brewers reeling by a 13-2 count. It took a tough decision by Brewers general manager Harry Dalton to calm the troubled waters. That decision, change managers. On June 2nd, Buck Rogers was out and Harvey Keene was in.
I didn't see any sense to wait. Each game we play is an important game in a pennant race, and if we don't respond as quickly as we should and lose 2 or 3 extra games, that might cost us a pennant.
As for Keene, his philosophy was simple.
There's not going to be any major changes. I think it's too good of a ball club. It's got great talent. They can run, they can throw, they can hit, they can catch the ball. And I think there's just going to be a little bit more harmony that when we walk on the field every day, every night, that we know we're going to win and just give us 100% and we're going to come out ahead.
The move paid almost instant dividends. On June 5th, Yount, Cooper, and Ogleby hit consecutive home runs against Oakland, and Harvey's Wallbangers were born. The next 2 months saw them slug their way back up through the standings, and on July 31st, a victory over the Indians at County Stadium put them in first place, where they would remain the final 62 games of the year. As the season progressed, the reputations of Keene and his players grew with each victory. Under Keene, the Brewers were 72-43, and Harvey is now a strong contender for Manager of the Year honors. And for the second straight year, the league's Cy Young and Most Valuable Player awards may wind up in Brewer hands. Relief ace Raleigh Fingers, who missed the last month of the season with arm problems, scored a rare double last year by winning them both. This year may see Pete Vukovich and Robin Yount dividing the spoils. But Yount, who terrorized opposing pitchers like no shortstop since Ernie Banks, says this year's MVP honor should go to the whole team, and he may be right. First baseman Cecil Cooper posted some incredible statistics while having another Gold Glove season in the field. Third baseman Paul Molitor led the team in games played and had his best all-around season as he settled into his new position. Second baseman Jim Gantner also enjoyed his best year ever, and on many teams would have been the star. Center fielder Gorman Thomas was awesome while displaying the kind of grit that made him a fan favorite. Left fielder Ben Ogleby carried his share of the offensive load while coming up with some defensive gems. Catcher Ted Simmons saw his love of the game rekindled under Keene as he finished with a flourish. And then there was Charlie Moore. He spent 8 years trying to make a name for himself as a catcher, but it took him just 1 season in right field to be recognized as one of the best in the business. We've already mentioned Vukovich, who posted an 18-6 record, but the rest of the pitching staff deserves a fair share of the credit too. Much maligned at the beginning of the season, they quickly gelled into one of the best in the league. And of course, the late season acquisition of Don Sutton from Houston proved to be another stroke of genius on Dalton's part. It was Sutton who took the mound against the Orioles in the final regular season game. With all the marbles on the table, Sutton held them at bay while his teammates pounded out a 10-2 division-clinching victory. The final chapter of this story has yet to be written, but regardless of the outcome, the 1982 Brewers are a team Milwaukee will long remember with pride. Roger Sim, Channel 12 Action Sports, reporting.
What a great season. Bobby Rivers here, away from PM Magazine at Zaz's on state. The crowds were, don't look over here. Don't look at me on the monitor, look over here. The Brewer win yesterday was no surprise. I'm from California. I know the Angels were lost. They had no sun, no surfboards, no sprouts, no avocados. The Brewers are going to do it again today. Come here. How'd you feel about the win yesterday?
It's a big one, but they need 2 more.
We going to do it?
I think so. They got to get to Tommy John early.
Okay. Any other predictions?
Well, I just hope the Brewers do it, and I hope the middle of the lineup gets out of a slump. They got to get Gorman and Simmons and Ogleby back into it.
What did you feel about that fan intercepting the catch yesterday with Ogleby?
Well, he's probably excited. He just, he probably wasn't thinking at the time, but he did interfere with it. There's no question about it.
So you forgive him. You wouldn't want to give the guy a Tylenol cocktail or anything like that, huh?
Well, I wouldn't want to, but I'm sure the crowd did.
Okay. All right, thanks a lot. Hey, over this side. Come here.
How you doing?
You hyped up for the game?
You bet. I'm ready.
Going to be doing a little beer drinking and all that stuff?
Well, yeah, you've got to. You got to get in the right mood for the game, and it all helps. It helps on the cheering. It helps the team.
What do you think that Vukovic is going to scratch any new parts heretofore unseen on television?
Vukovic? Yes, I think it probably some of his lower extremities.
All right, Wells, come here. Both of you, get over here. What is this, a match pair?
No, not quite.
Having a good time today?
You sure believe it. Right.
Are we going to get rained out?
No.
Going all the way?
You got it.
All right. What about John?
Plan on being here tomorrow. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I didn't plan anything. Tommy John's going to get ripped today.
You agree with that?
I agree. Yeah. You better.
Doesn't it seem like a little quiet in here for Zaz's? Come on. Hey.
Not quiet in here.
Cheer it up. Oh, here's a cutie.
Hi there.
Hi. You all worked up for today's game.
I certainly am.
Been looking forward to this for a long time.
Right, I have. I'm very excited. I'm so happy that this is the day for it.
Did you think it was a little bit hopeless there yesterday for a while?
No. I was one way. All one way. I'm so happy. I just hope we can bring home another win today.
Would you be willing to give me your ticket so I can go to the game? No. Okay.
But I would be willing to call you after the game and tell you all about it.
We could share a little Sophie K chicken from the tailgate party.
Sure.
You got a deal. We'll have a good time.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
I need some more fan reaction here. I want to see what some other people are thinking. You, yellow sweater. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Hello, Bobby.
How you doing, pal?
Real good.
What's your name?
Gary Johnson.
Where from?
From Wauwatosa.
Yeah. Fashionable Wauwatosa.
Fashionable Wauwatosa.
Okay, fine. We going to do it today?
We're going to win. We're always going to win.
What do you think is going to happen in today's game? Who are you really rooting for?
No, I really think it's going to be a tight game. And although I don't think Tommy John's got enough rest, he's an old man, 37 now. And I just feel the Brewers are going to bring it out and the bats are going to be swinging. We're going to win the ball game.
You think now, we've got a team that plays in a city that is ruled by a talking mouse. Do you think that the California guys can really deal with a beer and brat city like Milwaukee?
There's no way. I mean, this is the Hollywood of the Midwest right here in Milwaukee. And, Milwaukee knows how to party, and they know how to win ball games. We've proved it in the past, and we're going to prove it today.
All right.
We're coming back. Big win.
Good man. One more. Come on, Jim. Put this. Oh, here's gorgeousness. Here is gorgeous. Just look straight ahead there. Hold your head up. Would you like to get married after the game? You excited about today's game?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
You're going to do it.
Favorite player, who is he?
Paul Molitor.
Why? Look, he's okay if you're into physical perfection, but other than that, why do you like him?
Oh, he's a good player. I like Jimmy Gantner, too.
Gander?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the tailgate party we've been having on Channel 12? Good. You like it? Yeah. You gonna buy me a beer?
Well, if you want one.
Okay, you got a deal. All right, the black fella did pretty good for himself on TV, huh, kids? One more. Here. Oh, yeah. Come on, go. Get over here. Get over here. Come on. Why so bashful? You're here to root on the Brewers.
I know, I'm here for that.
All right, so you got to cheer them on. They could be watching, a little locker room watching right now.
We're here drinking Bloody Marys, cheering them on.
For medicinal purposes, right?
Right.
Okay. Who's your favorite player?
Gorman Thomas.
Stormin Gorman, why?
Right. I think
Shields and Yarnell for relaxing WEZW FM 104. Life can get hectic, frustrating. You can get tense, all wound up. Turn to FM 104 and unwind. You're listening to the relaxing music of WEZW. Easy is your key to relaxation. Unwind with WEZW FM 104.
If anything's increasing as fast as prices, it's the importance of career training. Today, training's one thing you can't afford to be without. At Control Data Institute, we'll provide you the training you need to seek a computer career. And if money's a problem, we'll help you arrange financing on terms you can afford.
Call Control Data Institute in Milwaukee, 271-9888. 271-9888.
Well, we are just about to wrap up our show out here, our pennant party, as it has been called.
I can't believe it. That hour has gone just by so quickly.
It has slipped by very, very quickly, and we thank all of our guests. And we had quite a lineup today. You want to run through who they were?
Well, we certainly want to thank Jody McClure, Danielle Fingers, and, of course, Linda Molitor for braving the weather and coming out and speaking with us. We want to thank our own Roger Sims and Tom Hutton, Sophie Kay for standing there preparing chicken in the rain.
Yeah.
And John Milan
What about
for
the guy who gave me this cap?
John Milan, of course. Keith did a superb job out there with all the tailgaters.
Well, he always does, and he gets them to sing, even though they're a little off-key.
Well, we were all off-key yesterday,
Yeah,
Howard,
that
if
was
you
with
remember.
Mitch,
That's
with Mitch
right.
Miller, yeah.
We thank Jerry Taff also, and Dan and Patty Lewis. They are going to go in and see the game.
Yes.
And, of course, Bobby Rivers, who gets to go and have all the fun over at Saz's.
Oh. Well, Bobby, of course, that's his type of thing. He's
I
that
know,
kind of
I
guy,
know.
fun guy, you know.
Well,
and
that's
our
right.
audience. Somebody just said,
Our
don't forget to thank the audience
yes.
for hanging
Hey,
around.
They're really fans of the Brewers, I'll tell you that.
You know, and speaking of fans, there is a little promotion out here. Bill O'Donnell of the county executive started it. Fans food for families.
That's right.
We've got the yellow barrels placed all around the ballpark, so when you come to the game, bring a package of non-perishable food or a canned goods
can of
item.
soup or tuna fish or whatever you have that you can spare, and it'll go to a very worthwhile cause. And of course, besides bringing a can of food to place in the Channel 12 barrels that are out here, bring a sweater and a warm coat because it is chilly. And you know, Howard.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Yes.
We're waving to some fans out there already. The fans, I'll tell you, they are coming by the numbers.
They're really streaming in.
The freeways are really jamming up,
And it's going to be a good day, he said.
well, it's going to be a good day whether or not, because the Brewers are going to win this one today.
That's right. And all right.
That's right.
Now, let us tell you about our plans for tomorrow. After the Brewers win today, it means there will be a game tomorrow. We will be out here again because we've had so much practice now. And hopefully the sun will be out. And we're going to be here at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon from 2 to 3 with another big Pennant Fever type show.
Golly, today it's 10 to 11 and tomorrow it's 2 to 3.
That'll be a series show.
We usually have a show
fever.
at 12 o'clock until 1 o'clock.
We have to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for being with us.
Bye-bye.
Then the pilots changed their name, and the Brewers soon became the only name Milwaukee fans were cheering for. I'm talking baseball. Skip Lockwood, Kubiak, Brewer baseball. Colborne, Patton, Auerbach. Slayton Scott and Briggs and Davy May. Harper shares a feat with Hank and Mays, talking baseball, Brewers all the way. Well, Bambi came from Baltimore, the pitchers gave a mighty roar, 22 for Mike and 78. Darryl Porter, what a pitch.
The rarest of fruits, the pear. The pear-shaped diamond, available in all sizes at Robert Hack Diamonds.
When a woman thinks evening wear, her first choice in footwear is just naturally a Florsheim pump. The graceful lines, discreet detailing, and versatility are a few reasons why it's such a popular look. And Florsheim Thayer McNeil crafts the pumps that are certain to be scene stealers this fall in soft, subtle kidskin. Valerie, a pleated version. Heidi, accented with subtle piping. So when you think of a pump to enhance your best evening wear, remember Florsheim. Valerie and Heidi from the Florsheim collection at Florsheim Thayer McNeil, Southridge.
The first time I tuned to 99 FM and found WMYX, I said, that station sounds like me. It isn't loud, and they don't play the same songs over and over again. They play a terrific mix of music. You'll hear Neil Diamond, Chicago, Dan Fogelberg, and great groups from the 60s like the Beach Boys. I like WMYX. They don't scream and they don't talk down to me. You know, you should try WMYX, The Mix, on 99 FM.